Hey everybody, I'm Blakey, and this is The Hunter Called the Wild. Excuse me, let's clear my throat. Alright, so, figured since this is only going to be a good half-hour-ish video, I figured I'd go ahead and keyboard mouse it, see if this actually does that much wonder for precision fire. Anyway, today I'm going to do a little bit of a slightly different thing than I usually do. I'm not going to go with one gun, I'm going to go with two, but they're only going to be handguns. So I'm back on Leighton Lakes, and I'm going to see if I can figure exactly what all I can get. Space of about 30 minutes, using handguns only. So I got my nice big old 454 Casul here. Let's see if I can get my keyboard buttons right. Alright, so I got this nice Rhino 454. It's the Raging Bull. They just couldn't pay for the actual license to license the actual thing, but you know, I mean, it's a 454 Casul. Big old bull barrel, yeah, it's a Raging Bull. You know what it is. And of course, Ruger Mark II, Mark IV, whatever it's up to now. Mark 16 and a half. But anywho, scoped, regular pea shooter with, wow, you really can't see through that, can you? Okay, go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, so pick a direction. Like I said, I'm back on Leighton Lakes. I'm looking for, well, whatever I can get. I've got 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start that timer up now. So basic strategy here is run off into the woods, and as soon as you hear something that sounds vaguely like a warning call...
I spotted some tracks earlier, close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
Burter. Thank you for interrupting my monologue here. Okay, so anyway, basic strategy is run off into the woods. When you hear something, make a warning call, get down, and, oh, hello. Start looking. Okay, not seeing anything that way, but we know it's over there because we just had the thing pop up. Apparently one of the goofy aspects of this game is if you do happen to spook something, it will typically only run about 50 meters, so as long as you're just walking and kind of minding your own business, you can basically just kind of walk up on something that you're chasing, provided of course it's not, you know, actively looking at you or smelling you. Get that warning call come from this direction, so we're going to head over here. Yep, there it goes. Black bear, okay. Now once you get that warning call, you get to a point where you can get at least a little bit of concealment and a decent vantage point there. Bring out your caller and call them in. You have to be decently high level before you can actually get something like the distressed fawn caller to call on bears, because bears will typically come right to you. Now, if it's a coyote or a fox, on the other hand, those are coded the same way, and these tend to be kind of a massive pain in the ass, because they like to hem-haw around and just not particularly give a crap about your time. I think I have to remember that by now. Okay, inventory, lures, our distressed fawn caller, and our messed up mouse button. It does not like to click and drag for squat. Okay. Just kind of dawned on me. The wind is not going to play nice with me on this one. I have just enough glare in my glasses and on the TV, well, monitor, that, yeah, a little difficult to see. Yeah. Okay, that's as far as that goes, okay. Kind of the funny thing, in this game I kind of noticed that when I start calling in critters, I typically end up in areas like this where I don't usually have much longer than about, say, 50 to 25 to 50 meters. So yeah, basically standard pistol range. So I should have brought the night sights. Now I suppose I could throw the red dot on here. Problem is there's something wrong with that red dot. It is so blurry and blech to actually use. Case in point, I had to be looking at the sky, especially in low light, in order to see anything through here. Even in broad daylight, it's got this weird kind of like Vaseline smeared all over the actual lens. Come on, Yogi, I got a picnic basket for you. Yeah, but I honestly do not know why they made the red dot sight as messed up as it is. So there's no battery, so you can't see it at night. It's got splurgle all over the friggin' lens. So I can barely see through it in the daytime. It's kind of funny if you're trying to be really, really super duper hyper immersive, you'd end up being like talking like this all the time and being an absolute irritation to anybody listening. Of course, the only reason why you do that is because you, for some reason, think that the various critters in the woods can hear you, and they can't. I don't know about you, but me, that happens to me all the time if I start really getting into a game. I remember playing Rainbow Six Vegas with a friend. He'd start whispering, thinking the enemies could hear him. It's like eventually we'd start trying to figure out gestures we could use to try to communicate without actually saying anything, like a bunch of idiots. Yeah, it looks like Yogi's not going to cooperate. What the hell? Ah. So as a moose looks like it was apparently across the leg. I am not even going to try that with a pistol. That's the thing about this game, man. There's audio in this game. It's the fact that moving around in place makes noise that you can audibly hear. I don't know if the animals can hear it, but every time I go to move too fast and I hear that step, I start freaking out. What's real bad though is when I'm like perfectly still and not in a shrub. You hear something that sounds like a moose, like 2 feet away from you. And there's horror games out there that are less nerve-wracking. I don't know what happened to that bear, but apparently he decided to scoot on out of here, so. ahead and follow the lake because, well, everything drinks. Kind of a funny story about the whole 454 Casull cartridge. By 1955, somebody decides to come up with this idea of really souping up a 44 caliber, or some kind of, I forgot what the actual base cartridge was or what the overall idea was, but they ended up coming up with the 44 Magnum about 1955. Okay, there, Blacktail. At the time, it was basically called the most powerful handgun cartridge in the world. This is about 1955, so there's this guy named Casull who's looking at this, reading these articles and whatever news source he's getting it from. And he's thinking to himself, oh, 44 Magnum, you think you got a big cartridge? Hold my beer. And about a year or two later, he comes up with this cartridge where he took a 45 Colt, lengthened it, added a little extra hot sauce to it, and then boom, came with the 454 Casull. And everybody's had dislocated wrists since. Okay, looks like Bullwinkle's over the hill. This is the most irritating thing right here. I can't pick up the pace. Huh, you cannot do that with a controller. Interesting, I did not know that. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure you can, it's just I was not aware of it. Okay, so... now we know there is a moose relatively close by. I'm going to see if I can't pretend to be a little flying squirrel for him. A nice little bush that's going to cooperate with me. There we go. Where exactly? God damn it, that's always the wrong button. Alright, where did I put that moose color? 6, alright. It's like a police siren that's constantly flatulent. Or, you know, slightly dying inside, one of the two. Okay, now this is where patience really becomes a virtue. Because when you're sitting in a bush, burning into a tuba, trying to call in a moose at night, it's going to take all your willpower to avoid popping shots off into the woods trying to shoot that freaking bug that's making that god-awful noise. Yeah, okay. Never fails, I'm always in a spot with a crap load of hunting pressure, so I wonder I'm not seeing anything. Kinda want to mess with my volume so I can hear footsteps a little bit better. But at the same time, if I do, I know the bug that is chirping in my ear is going to get even louder and drive me absolutely insane. At which point I will turn my gun on the bush and do horrible, awful things to it. See, I did bring the night vision, right? Yeah. So those are bear tracks. Right about now, I kind of wish this game had thermal instead of night vision because that little waft of a cloud there, a little bit of mist. Night vision is absolutely blinding. Kind of think I need to be moving a little bit further out of this hunting pressure area. Oops. Hit the right button. It's not uncommon to have a bunch of critters still come through an area even with extremely high, like neon pink hunting pressure. They stand a far better chance. Outside that zone. I'm pretty sure I'm in a high traffic zone, so that means I'm going to have to move out of here. So we got our deer tracks heading this way. Whitetail. Guess it's a whitetail mating call. The perk setup I have currently running. And it should be close enough. All I should have to do is make sure I'm at the pressure zone. Find a heavy bush. It's a damn moose over there. Alright. Or they need to hit escape, not tab. Okay. Deer bleeds here. But at this point, I'm kind of inclined to think that 454 may be a bit overkill for a deer. I need to get something. I'm running that short on time here. I swear to God, if I find that cricket, I am smashing the shit out of that little bastard. Sorry about that. I'm hoping to get just anything out of here. I was hoping to get maybe a moose or a bear or something like that, but if I can get a deer, that'd work just fine. I'm kind of switching my focus to that deer because one, nearby. Two, deer are kind of dumb in this game, especially does. I started calling a couple of them in one time, and I was just sitting there in a shrub. All of a sudden, two of them just pop up like they're waiting for mine to cut them all. I hadn't even decided what I wanted to kill them with yet. Hello? How far out are you, sir? Huh. Wouldn't mind getting a hold of that buck, but he's kind of out there. Okay, well, as you can see, those are dim. Wow. Alright. Not gonna lie, I kind of impressed myself on that one. Okay, now that definitely upped the hunting pressure, and they have taken the HA straight out of Dodge. On the fortunate side, they probably shouldn't end up going too far. As long as we get a little bit out of the hunting pressure area, you should be able to call them back in. Just gotta let them settle down a little bit. So basically the main thing here, the main trick, don't run. Just kind of wander around. Keep an eye on where those tracks are. Now, if I'm not mistaken, a gunshot will end up sending them way further off, but you should still be able to keep track of them. Yeah, I know I would have liked to have gone with the buck on that one. Hello. Yeah, see? That's that buck. He's just right up there. That's how you know he did not get too far. Guess if I get the right button. You think for as much as I use keyboard and mouse on every Sundays, I would remember which is 4 and which is E. See if I can sucker this idiot in. Hello? Boom! And of course, it's a doe. I did not mean to do that. I'm starting to wonder if my mouse is messed up. So I'm going to get this obnoxious double click when I don't mean to. Makes click and drag very, very difficult. Not gonna lie, that hunting pressure zone is looking pretty federally nuclear. Tracks, tracks, anywhere? Tracks, tracks, tracks. Not gonna lie, every so often I get a little paranoid that something's gone weird with my recording and I'm not gonna end up getting the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that little twinkle in the night vision, thought maybe it might have stumbled across a rabbit track. Okay, so far it looks like I'm up 2 does. So it's nighttime. I'm shooting incredibly loud. I'm actually pretty okay with that. Again, I'm okay with getting one rabbit, so. Okay, so we got a need zone up here. Do I have this marked already? I do. White-tailed jackrabbit. Okay. Let's see if there's any bunnies I want to be irritating today. Okay, real quick, I think what I want to do. Let's put a proper optic on this pistol. Which is kind of interesting because the scope's almost as big as the gun. Alright, you little thumping bastards, where are you? Wait a minute. Jagger need zone. Active 0500 to 1100. Okay, so yeah, this is, yeah. Yeah, I can go ahead and pick up the pace here because I don't think they're actually going to be here right now. Then again, yeah, so you can always tell when the bunnies are nearby. Because they start thumping. And most irritatingly, they usually are not much bigger than the grass they hide in. When it comes to hunting them at night, you definitely want to focus on watching for movement. Yes, that'll tell you if they've spooked and run off. Which they more than likely have at this point. Yes, every time I see that little thing pop up, I keep thinking they're on the other side of this berm. Whether or not they actually are, on the other hand, is a different story entirely. Alright, you little thumping bastards, where are you? Okay, so if they're going to be anywhere, they'd be in this area here. And that's it for that, because my time is up, so I'm not getting any bunnies today. Alright, so it is 30 minutes. I managed to get at least 2 does out of it, so I feel pretty good on that. It would be nice to get a bunny or two, but, you know, hey, say maybe. Okay. Real quick. Black bear tracks. So that's black bear tracks. Where the hell's the rabbits at? Oh, phone here. Okay. Oh, anyway, got a nice little feed zone for rabbits. Right next to another feed zone over here. Okay. Yay! 2 fucking rabbit zones right next to each other. Damn rabbit mother bastard. Alright. Well, anyway, like I said, oh, thank God that bug finally shut the hell up. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, there's always this weird bug that makes, it's not a bug like a problem with the game, it's like an actual insect in the game. You can hear him. It's like a freaking locust or something like that. But my God, those things are obnoxious. They will just grind in your ear like crazy. Just, gosh, ugh, get away from me. Okie doke. Well, anyway, that's my half hour. I have had not too bad of a day on that one. I managed to get 2 does out of it. I'm pretty okay with that. As if I can remember the damn button I'm trying to hit. Okay, let's see here. We got 45,000. So basically, what I'm trying to do here, my overall goal is, one, stop making all these taxidermies. Because I'm trying to get a hold of the rifles I don't have. Which are going to be things like this bad boy. Big, huge double rifle. They'll definitely prove to be an attitude adjustment for a water buffalo. Also, this thing wouldn't be a bad idea. Really enough, though, I think these are actually break actions. I have yet to see anybody that makes a 338 break action. Let's see, what other weapons do I not have unlocked? My Grankins shotgun, it's a freebie, though. Okay, so as far as weapons I've actually got downloaded, it looks like I've actually got everything except for those last 2 rifles. So that's basically what I am after. Let's see here. Sights. Oh, I can get this. I kind of don't want to do that, though. Stars, that's an 8x16 power, which is stupidly overkill for anything I'm trying to do. Shotgun scope. I need to work on this one. Both sights. I could go with this guy, but I've got a rangefinder, so it's like, why bother? Let's see, decoy, sense, collars. What color am I missing? Huh. I got all of them. All right. And the scents here are consumable, so that's kind of not really a big issue. Really? We have turkey decoys. I was not aware of that. A little expensive, but yeah, not bad. Okay, so next time I head down to the Arroz Campoyo, or the Tiaro, what? They're basically New Zealand. I have to go ahead and get a couple of turkey mounts, or turkey doodads, lures, things, whatever. Turkey statues. Okay, well, anyway. Just like my live streams, my outros are absolutely god-awful, because I just don't know how to end. Really. I have a whistle function. Yeah, because clearly I want to spook the shit out of a deer. Oh, thank God, you closed the door and that bug shuts up. Okay, well, anyway. Like I said, I've run out of time. I have got to end this episode. I feel pretty good with the fact that I got 2 does. I would have liked to have gotten a buck, but he was a little beyond the range of what I was willing to actually go for. Not to mention the doe was like right in my face. You know, like close enough I could see that she had stuff in her teeth. Anyway. That's pretty much all I got for this one. Yeah, yep, that's pretty much it. So, if you like this video or anything video, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me if you want to stop doing these and go back to cigar reviews, or if you just want to stick to live stream. Speaking of which, check out my live stream Sundays to Friday nights, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's Mountain Time. And, yeah, come by, hang out, have a little bit of fun. Maybe throw me a couple of bones, so I can actually stream a little bit more than just Skyrim and Fallout. Beyond that, though, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. I've got to get out of here.